every time I start selling or pushing too hard, and sure, like it's the end of Q4 right now, but when you can release that, and it is way easier said than done, but when you can release that and truly put the customer's best interests at heart, they feel it, they know it, tell them what you can't do so they'll believe what you can do, you'll have a customer for life. Let's just sort of set the stage of some numbers and some metrics that we know, and then let's go over to what sense making is, because it is the differentiator between making quota, being able to sell, and completely missing it. We probably all know the stats that today's buyer is 67% through the buyer's journey before they ever talk to a seller. People don't trust salespeople, right? We know that sellers are the second least trusted of all professionals, according to Gallup. We also know now that there's an average of 11 decision makers in a B2B sale. So you've got increased information, decreased trust, increased decision maker, and here's the other thing Gartner tells us. Much of this information customers are gathering on their own is credible, yet contradictory. So there's just all this confusion, right? And we know people would rather make no decision than make the wrong decision. So they're looking for a product. They want to understand your B2B product or service. They're trying to get it, but they don't. And we know a confused mind doesn't buy. So this whole idea of sense making in looking at this data says there are 3 types of selling behaviors, and only one of them really works. Very simply, here's the difference. So a giver of information is the least effective. Now, the giver of information basically says, oh, you want some information on our CRM. You want some information on our video platform. Great. Let me send you yet more information so you can get yet more confused, right? So you're going to give them information, but you're really just giving them what they probably already have access to. That's the giver. Not so effective because they already have it. The second type of selling behavior is the teller. The teller, it sort of sounds like, well, I've been in sales for 20 years, and if I were you, I would buy this product. That's a little problematic too, because people don't trust salespeople. So it's only the third type of selling behavior that is effective today. And that selling behavior is what Gartner and Brent Adamson call the sense maker. So the sense maker basically says, look, you have lots of information, you have lots of data. Let me help you make sense of all of the information you already have and teach you how to buy a product like ours. So I'm not pitching my product. Here's the 3 to 5 things you should consider whether you buy from us or not. Here's the questions you didn't even know to ask. Let me unmystify the playing field here so that you'll know how to make a good decision. So what we teach sellers to do is to say, look, there's a lot of blah, blah, blah platforms out there. When buying a product like ours, here's the 3 things you should consider in order to make a decision. Now, if you're smart, those 3 things are pretty unique to you, right? Like they're maybe not a complete unique value proposition, but they definitely have to be your strengths. That in its roughest form is sense making.